I think the most important teacher of the meaning of your life is the suffering that you'll go through. The best way to actually miss the meaning of your life is to ignore the suffering that you will go through. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, think about it. Nobody ever really said, "Oh, I've figured what I'm made of and I've figured what the meaning of life is," while they were sitting on a beach in Ibiza after having some extravagant party. Almost 100% of the times when you ask someone how they found a sense of meaning or where their sense of meaning for life came from and where they really found out who they were, is actually going to be all in times of suffering. It's going to be when they lost someone they loved. It's going to be when their business failed. It's going to be when they had to drop out of school. Maybe their home was destroyed. Maybe they had to face a war. And when you're faced with a sense of uncertainty and suffering in life, no matter what shape, form, or place you find that in, when you go through suffering instead of avoiding it, it shows you who you are and helps you find your meaning in life, and that builds your character. The problem with our culture right now is that it puts too much emphasis on avoiding pain. Everything we do is to avoid pain, to run away from it, and to hide from that feeling. We've prioritized comfort so much that we don't even give ourselves the opportunity to feel pain. Even if it's something as small as falling sick or getting hurt, immediately the solution is find a tablet, find a solution, find something that can stop that pain. You have a headache? No, it couldn't be that I'm dehydrated. It couldn't be that I've slept less. No, immediately I need a tablet, I need a crocin, I need something to kill that sort of negative feeling. And these addictive social media apps don't make this any easier. It only adds to the problem. It makes things more difficult. The psychology of what these apps are built upon is to seek pleasure and avoid pain at any cost. Our culture tries to avoid pain, resist it, and run away from it. And when you do these things, you also start to lose your sense of meaning. You don't even lose it, you can't find it in the first place. Suffering is an inevitable part of human experience. At some point or the other, everyone is bound to suffer, and it could be in 100 million different ways when you expect it the least. And because it's inevitable, you're better off dealing with it by facing it and growing from it as opposed to running from it. Begin to understand yourself, learn about yourself, explore the depth of your conscious mind, your unconscious mind. People don't even realize the complexity of their own minds. And I think that's a shame. I think one of life's most interesting questions is to answer these questions, to ask yourself these questions, to contemplate questions. You know, you have such a powerful tool, such a powerful weapon. It's honestly unexplored. People don't even begin to realize that they have a mind and they are capable of producing their own thoughts. They're capable of finding answers and coming up with the thoughts themselves. We're so reliant on everything being handed to us these days that we forget that we have everything we need in ourselves. And I strongly believe that. I've experienced this myself and I feel really disappointed sometimes. I'll give you a very simple example of something that happened a few days ago. I was at a store and there was this drink I wanted to try at the store, and I wasn't sure what the flavor of the drink was. So I immediately went on my phone and started researching and finding and asking ChatGPT, will I like this drink? What does it taste like? Give me a review and all these things. And I was essentially denying myself of the experience of buying it and finding out myself, as opposed to just basing off my opinion of what ChatGPT thinks is correct for me. It's honestly a bit shameful that we do such things these days. We should be capable of making such simple decisions ourselves, but we are still so reliant on other people. Not other people, just random chatbots and robots and God even knows what now these days. So explore the depth of your consciousness, and it's a scary thing. It's not easy. These random thoughts, where do they come from? Who has them? Are you your thoughts? Why do you have certain thoughts? All these questions are scary. And contemplating your actions, what you've done, and things that are happening to you, and these many unanswered questions of life is scary because sometimes there is no answer, and sometimes you have to come up with the answers yourself. It's honestly very, very scary to think that you're even capable of doing that, but you are. And I think that it's a shame that people spend their whole lives without exploring this. The way you do this is by giving yourself time to think about things and giving yourself opportunity to think about these things, not constantly bombarding yourself with stimulus and things to do. You need some time to reflect, some time to think about things, and not just block out the thoughts 24/7. You know, just let your mind start thinking, let your mind go crazy. If you can't handle it, sit and start writing down whatever's on your mind. Sometimes that could help. But just allow your thoughts to go free and see where that takes you. I'm not saying that this is how you should be 24/7. Of course, after some point, you need to stop thinking and sort of get back to your normal life. But When you get the opportunity to, please let your thoughts run free, let your thoughts run wild. Another useful thing is having seeds for your thoughts, Listen to some really meaningful songs, some impactful songs that you resonate with, that make you feel something. Listen to them. Think about it. Why does it make you feel a certain way? There's so much information to consume on the internet. It's honestly a gift and a curse. It's a curse because you're bombarded with a lot of bullshit. But it's also a gift because there's so much good resources, so many good ideas. You can find the works of the greatest thinkers in the world, the greatest artists, everything by just doing one quick Google search. And I think that's beautiful. You can look at art, you can watch movies, you can listen to songs. Movies are just a beautiful way of portraying just emotions, experiences, thoughts, stories, morals, lessons. You have the privilege to watch these things, so go out there, watch it, and use them as anchors to start thinking about things. In times of suffering and in times of challenge and turmoil is when your character is tested and when your character is built. That's who you truly are. Who you are isn't defined by how you behave in your most comfortable and pleasurable times. Who you are is defined by who you are when no one's watching, when no one's listening, when it's quiet, when you have nothing going on for you, when you're suffering, when you're on ground zero and nobody believes in you and you find it even hard to believe in yourself. But you need to have that delusional self belief. There needs to be something, that inner voice that needs to tell you, like, come on, maybe I could do this. If they can do it, why can't I do it? Why can't I take another step? Why can't I keep taking steps? The future is scary, sure, but if you keep taking steps to build something that's worth it, it becomes a little less scary. It's still going to continue to be scary, but you can build your own path. And that path only begins to get built once you start walking. Choose a direction to go in. Find something to do. That's when the path starts forming. The path doesn't appear when you have sort of a predetermined route, and that's never going to be your path. The path only starts once you start walking and once you start your journey. Instead of just sitting in one place and wondering what your next step should be, just take a step. And once you take that first step, the second step will follow, and the third step will follow. And then you'll start exploring. It's not as simple as a Google Maps go from point A to point B, take this turn, take that turn, take this turn, take that turn. Sometimes you have to go off the map, and then you have to be like, oh shit, now I need to relocate. Or maybe I take another left turn. Oh wait, I was here already. Maybe I should take a U-turn, go somewhere ahead, take the next right. But this path builds itself only once you start walking. Once you start facing your suffering, once you start going through your suffering. So stop avoiding it. Stop just looking at it and wondering, what should I do? What should I do? No. Go face it. Look at it face on. And ask yourself, why are you scared? Why is this troubling you? There's no amount of suffering that you can't get through. Because the fact that you're standing here means that you've gone through everything in your life that you ever thought you suffered through. Either you avoided it or you ran through it, but you made it past. So from now, make it a conscious effort to not keep avoiding these things, to start taking them face on, to look at it in the face, even though you're scared on the inside, but put on a strong front, to start building confidence to face your fears. And that's when you start feeling like yourself. I can't give you any simple formula to say, okay, like do 10 push ups and then meditate for 2 minutes and then read this, and suddenly you will become yourself. No. Everyone has a different path, everyone has a different journey, everyone starts at different points. Only you can determine where that journey goes, who you become, and that starts by choosing to face your suffering and not run from it. If you think you have character or you think you want to build character, learn to face your suffering and not run from it. In a weird way, that's the path you have to take to reach some sort of mental peace and to feel more like yourself. So face what you're afraid of the most, and who you are lies on the other side of it. And tell me if you want me to make more such videos, if I should keep going. I think this is a very important lesson that everyone needs to hear. And if it made you think of things a little bit differently, then I think I've achieved my goal to sow that seed of thought in your mind. And now where you take it is all up to you. So good luck. I hope you face your fears and I hope you come out stronger on the other side. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Please like the video. I have only 86 subscribers right now. So every subscriber makes a difference. It would really mean a lot. And I'll see you soon.